Okay, and welcome back. I'm Carol White watching Girl Talk, and we're talking with 4 college freshmen regarding their transition period between high school and college. Now, to get back to what we were talking about before, did all of you see the movie Animal House? Is that anything that's indicative of your college life or not?
Well, I think at Penn State, a lot of people would say it might be at Penn State because they have such a large fraternity row, but I don't think so. I think the people who join the frats are nothing like we had at Animal House. They really, sometimes, now they said Animal House was a true experience, and it might have been. There might have been a frat that got out of control, and sometimes on weekends they might get a little wild, but I think most of the people that join the frats are pretty serious.
That's true. And if there was ever a frat like that, it would be disbanded, in a second. They'd never.
Do they have, they go through these initiation rites, or haven't you gotten into that yet for sororities or fraternities? I know, Eric, you said they were not on your campus.
No, I don't have any, so.
They go through them. I'm pledging a fraternity to be a little sister. It's it's hard to explain. It sounds weird, but it's big at Widener. There's a couple of frats that have little sisters, and there's only 3 sororities, and only 2 of them have houses. So everybody, joins them, and me and all my friends, we've just been friends with all the guys in this one frat that were pledging, and we couldn't wait, to be in it, to have the privileges in the frat and everything. And yeah, they do go through the initiation rites. You have to go through initiation and pledging and do all kinds of crazy things. Greet the brothers when you see them outside. Just it's fun though, and I'm doing it with all my friends, so it's a good time.
Well, to talk about something a little bit different, all of you had family life for 17, 18 years, correct? Now that you're mid-year like this, how do you feel, attitude-wise, towards your brothers or sisters, or perhaps your mothers and fathers? Different, I would hope, in a way that you would appreciate everybody more. Did that happen to you, Eric?
Yeah, I especially appreciate my parents a little more because I see people.
Make it good now, because your parents will all be watching.
Well, the thing is, I see people dropping out of school because they just can't get the money together, and that's really a shame. And I just, I'm able to go to school and everything, and I'm just happy that I'm going to be helping out too. But I'm happy I'm able to go right now.
And you have a younger brother?
Yeah, I have a younger brother who's 16.
What's his name?
17, Glenn.
Glenn, you want to say hello to Glenn?
How you doing, Glenn?
Okay. How do you treat him? A little more respect, maybe, or a friend, or you still bat him around a lot?
We really don't see each other really too much since I've been home. I really haven't been home too much, but we get along just about the same as before, really. Not too much difference between
Nice boy over there. You come out and give lessons?
No, well, we don't really see each other too much, but we get along. We get along well.
Coleen, how many in your family?
I have a younger brother, he's 8, and a younger sister who's 11. And
What are their names?
Katie and John.
Say hello, Katie and John.
Hi, Katie and John.
Okay.
And I think I find when I come home that I appreciate him more. I think just because I don't see him, and I see him growing up more than I would if I was living with him every day. You know how you leave and then you find a greater change in somebody. Whereas if you're with them every day,
I think
it's
you
just
miss him
gradual.
too, yeah.
Yeah, and it's neat to come home and see how they've progressed and grown up. And
How about your mom and dad? The cooking.
I
the
love
laundry.
the cooking. It's great to come home to the home cooking, and I found that I've become a lot more independent of my parents since I've been gone, but it's nice to come home and be able to depend on them for a few things.
Do you have to do your own laundry at school, all of it?
Oh yeah.
Well, that I thought my son would appreciate. He uses a clean towel for anything. And I thought, wait till you do your own laundry. That'll help you appreciate it a little bit more. Kevin, how about you?
Well, I forgot what the question was.
With the yellow, no, with the relation to your attitude in family to the way it was to the way it is now, and your parents?
Well, I think that anyone who goes to school and then comes back appreciates their parents more and their family, only because you just take for granted the things you have at home. And when you're away for like 3 or 4 months at a time and you come home, it's completely different. You're coming home more like a vacation, just to see your parents. You know you're going back, so you want to get as most out of it as you possibly can. Whereas if you were living at home, you lived with them, you saw them every day. If you fought, you know.
Yeah.
So it's completely different.
Now, do you all have to make your own beds in the morning? Or is that up to you? To become as big a slob as you want? I mean, nobody's there for room check or to see neatness, nothing.
But it's nice to keep your room.
Do you all make your beds?
I don't.
I try to.
I just wonder, you know, if that wasn't a carryover to when you came home, that if you took the time to do these little things to help your mom out a little bit. No. How about you, Maria? How's your attitude towards your family now that you've been away for a while?
Well, I guess I appreciate my parents more. I mean, well, our family's been close. It's always been really close. My brother and I have gotten along well ever since we were little.
Oh, gee.
And
Your lucky mother.
well, you know, we fight just like normal families do, but I don't know, there's just been something that's always kept us close. So I miss him
Your
a lot when I'm
size.
at school.
No, I'm teasing.
I even write to my brother, you know, send him cards and stuff.
What's his name?
Mike.
Say hello to Mike.
Hi, Mike.
And we didn't mention your sisters, Kevin. You have 3 younger, right?
Yeah. Kristen, Carla, and Kara.
Come on, wave. Hello. Okay, well, listen, you all have had, I think, quite a big experience up until now, you know, with what you thought of college in the beginning and to what it turned out to be, and being your own authority on your free time. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I think that anyone that's going to start college as a senior now, he has expectations, and the one thing I will say is that you know, it's not going to be what you really think of it, and you can make anything you can do anything you want to do, and as long as you go for it, you'll always end up on top. You will, no matter, because you can say, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like this, or I don't know if I'm going to like this, but at the end, everything will work out as long as you have a positive attitude towards it. So that's probably the most important thing. If you look at everything negatively, then it won't work out, because it is rough, but it's possible.
That is a good point. That's the key to living, I think, too, is keeping a positive attitude toward anything, and you can make it. Any other advice to perhaps some seniors out there that are watching? Warn them about anything.
Keep the partying down to a minimum.
What was that, Maria?
Keep the partying down to a minimum.
Okay, I wanted you to repeat that because I've got one that just got going. And how about you, Coleen? Anything?
Just, it's not as bad as, I know when I left I was just a nervous wreck. I thought I'd never make it.
Yeah.
Lost all my confidence. I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. No, it's fun, it's new, and it's neat. You know, it's not always easy, but
What was your major, by the way?
nursing,
Okay, you're going to be an RN someday?
right.
Eric, what's your major?
Business.
And Kevin, you said what yours was. Marie, what's yours?
Biochemistry.
Biochemistry. And what do you hope to do with that?
I was going to go into medicine from there. Start off slower than pre-med. But I might go into research and stuff like that.
You really enjoy that microscope, huh? And
Yeah.
things related
It's
to that?
interesting. It's hard, though. I mean, you just got to keep working. There's lots of problems.
And how about you, Coleen? For an RN degree, you have to take similar courses, don't you, that they're taking in
all
medicine?
science related. All the biology and chemistry and micro and nutrition, and then I have my clinical work my junior and senior year.
Mm-hmm.
Or going to the hospitals and work.
You know, I had one boy tell me, too, that there was a tip in study habits, that he could not ever study in his room because of the roommate's situation. So what he had to do was sort of escape and go into a library situation and pick out one of those little alcoves and turn the chair toward the wall or something. I don't know, but do you find any difficulty in getting studying done, and how do you accomplish that?
When I started out, I had to because of the changes and just the lifestyle, the change in lifestyle, I studied more in the library, but now I'm studying more in the room, and it's getting easier to study. I know what to study. It's getting easier to study.
Anybody else have any study tips?
Our library is like the social hour. If you sit out at the tables, everybody's just like, oh, how you doing, you know, and everybody has to stop and talk. But if you go and you sit in your little carrel by yourself, you know, you get done. When you need to get something done, you have to get it done, you'll get it done, you know, no matter
Well,
what.
I hope this has been informative for everybody out there, and I want to thank these terrific-looking kids for coming on the show. We have Eric Cutting, Coleen Alberts, Kevin Kutzel, and Maria Arevalo. Thank you all very much, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself. We have. All right, till we'll see you again sometime soon. This has been Carol White for Girl Talk. Bye-bye.